And welcome back to Carnival Night Zone! Sorry, got a little lost in traffic. That's why it took so long. Carnival Night Zone is, known for two things. Both of which we'll see mostly in the second act. The first act here is actually just a pretty nice run-through. Although it's kind of devoid of enemies. I mean, there are a few, but for the most part, it's just stage hazards that try to get you in this part. Also, up here, I kind of forget at the moment that this is a Tails-only route. You're gonna need Tails to fly up here pretty soon, and I didn't quite have second player control, so I decided, you know what, screw that. So, yeah, don't worry, I'll be going down here shortly because, yeah, you need Tails to fly here. But at least we got a lightning barrier out of it, so it's pretty cool, right? Right? I don't hear you say anything. So, moving on with the rest of the stage. The main gimmick of this stage is, all these bumpers everywhere. And also the anti-gravity things. Like, here. All in all, this place is quite reminiscent of Casino Night Zone from Sonic 2. Same general feel. I mean, I don't think in Casino Night Zone, I don't think Act 1 even had an enemy. Did it? Didn't feel like checking. But yeah, and here I accidentally realized, oh wait, this is a ring. Quickly, suicide! Don't worry, I'll make sure that I get all the emeralds, but you know, Supersonic just destroys this game's integrity, and I don't really like that. Because, hey, I gotta keep some challenge, am I right? So, there's one thing this stage is quite noticeable for. The barrels. We'll, get further into that when it becomes a little bit more relevant. Also, bumpers are the worst thing ever. They put them in just such jerk spots. Also, here we are at the first boss. It's, a weird mechanical spike top thingy. I don't know. Here I try to be cool and, you know, continually jump on it. Then I try to jump on the platform and I fail miserably. At this point I realize, yeah, you know what? I'm not impressing anyone. Good thing about this boss, only takes 4 hits to kill. Why 4 compared to the usual 6? I don't know. I really don't know. And, I'm gonna juggle the sign a little bit here. And so ends Act 1 of Carnival Night Zone. That's not what people usually remember about Carnival Night Zone, though. Huh, no, not at all. They remember Act 2. Why? Well, for starters, you might notice that this video is only about a third over. Yeah, the rest of the stage is Act 2. I didn't die at all. Yeah, Act 2 is kind of long, even if you're not gonna take it even if you're not taking a lackadaisical place. And back there, I was trying to get into the wall because there's an aqua barrier, and then I decided, yeah, no, screw that. So, by the way, here's where Pathways branch. We actually would have been combined there for Knuckles. Knuckles pretty much has an entirely different Carnival Night Zone from Sonic. These platforms are a pain with Tails. I swear, they're just a pain. Because unless you get him timed just right, he jumps when you don't, so therefore the platform doesn't go up at all. So it usually takes a little bit of finicking. The cannons are kind of cool, but as you can see, there's a ways around most of them. So pretty soon we're going to come up to the end of the alternate routes for this. I don't even understand how I got hit there. And the thing is, for this stage, you might think there's a lot of alternate routes. There really aren't. There's probably about 2 or 3 at most. And then they just sort of funnel right into the same basic passageway, like right about, I'd say about here? And then from there, they decided, screw multiple routes, we need to make them We need to make them suffer through the longest act in the history of ever. Well, for 2D Sonic games. And here's Knuckles as a jerk, and he put up an invisible wall just so he could turn off the lights. So we're gonna push that invisible wall back at him. In order to get to this aqua barrier, you need to bounce off the bumpers here. It's a little tricky, but nothing unmanageable. So yeah, with this aqua barrier in hand, all this water, not really a threat. Although we kind of want to turn the lights back on. I mean, it's not Carnival Night Zone unless you have lights on, right? And there I try to be stylish. It doesn't work. I don't learn my lesson very often in this video. So yeah, also you can break open the balloons for air, but as you can see here, it doesn't really much matter, because when you get to about this point, the water starts draining for some unknown reason. I don't really know why the water drains. It's Sonic. So yeah, I told you that the length of this act was what was memorable for most people. This barrel is also memorable for people. As you can see here, though, I actually know how to deal with it, so I get a free life out of the deal. However, that's not the barrel people have problems with. Well, not the specific one, anyway. We'll, get to that when we get to it. Now we're just gonna traverse here a little bit through non-branching pathway zone. It's, very boring. This act is very non-branching and kinda boring. I fell asleep at the wheel! So I just drove Sonic straight into an enemy. So I'd make up for it by getting a lightning barrier. Because that's totally going to be useful in water, right? It's a good thing there's no water anymore. I kind of know this, so I'm safe with the lightning barrier. And there physics decided to glitch up and screw me out of getting that. So I spin dash up. Because, you know, why not? And here we're forced to push the switch to turn the lights back on. And we're going to hit that checkpoint. More through the non-branching pathways, and coming up right here is the nightmare of kids everywhere. This barrel. It's not hard. Push up and down. I wish my younger self weren't as dumb. But, you know, that's what adulthood is for, am I right, guys? So we're just going to continue on the rest of the stage. By the way, I invite you to look at the timer. We're almost at 5 minutes. I really haven't... I've taken some time with my stage, with this stage, but not really. Yeah, this stage is really just that long. That you can just easily get to half the time limit. And here I'm floating sideways. It's awkward. So here we are at the final checkpoint of the stage, and Mach Speed section! More Mach Speed! More! Oh. Knuckles, you jerk. I hate you and your invisible walls. So we're gonna fly back up here, and... it's a boss! It's... I don't even care, boss. At this point, I just wanted this level to be done, so I just decided to lose the lightning barrier and cheese the hell out of him. So as you can see, his main attacks are, he throws his ball at you, and then he tries to suck you into the ball. I don't think Eggman really thought that design through. So, yeah, that was Carnival Night Zone. Wasn't it fun? Wasn't it fun how I got nearly 6 minutes, even though I wasn't really dallying that much? Yeah. So, join me next time when we are blasted off to Ice Cap Zone. See ya!